witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday. So happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. Welcome to the Witch's Lair. Thank you for being here yet another Monday. Today, I have a hex for you. The video today is going to be very different from the videos that I have shared with you the past couple of months. Today, we're going to be doing a hex. Today, I have no consideration for the people that we're doing this hex towards to. You may be hearing my little Kit Kat clock. I'm gonna put a video on my Kit Kat clock over here. So if you hear my clock and my little kitty cat, that is just happily keeping time for me. Very excited to have my Kit Kat clock. I'm gonna put a video here of my Kit Kat clock. Today we're gonna be talking about narcissistic people. Oh my gosh, it's a problem. So how many of us have encountered narcissistic people in our life? They're complicated, and sometimes we get entangled in romantic relationships with narcissistic people. Sometimes we marry narcissistic people, and they are abusive. They are evil, and they could be down straight dangerous witches. Dangerous. The spell that I have for you today is a spell for you to scramble a narcissistic person's brain. Many times, many people out there believe that narcissistic people cannot be worked with magic. I cannot disagree more with that thought. Narcissistic people is the easiest people for you to work because narcissistic people are very preoccupied with their appearance, with themselves. If you with a narcissistic people's thoughts, you're already ahead, witches. Today I'm going to show you how to do that. At least I'm going to help you start this journey to get detached from this sick bastard that is close to you, hurting you and abusing you. There's a few types of narcissistic people out there. And again, witches, I cannot do a video here today explaining everything about narcissistic people. Number one, I am not a professional when it comes to narcissistic people. I'm a witch, so I share spells and hexes. That's how I'm going to help you. But there's a lot of really great YouTube channels that you can watch that can help you out on handling not only yourself healing, but handling that narcissistic person that you have next to you. There's a few different types of narcissistic people out there. You're going to find, for example, the one that, oh my God, the victim. Nobody loves me. Everybody's full. I am so good. And they manipulate you. With that stupidity, they manipulate you and they manipulate you and they manipulate you until they have you here. And then you have the worst one of all, the psychopath. And this person is abusive, is violent, is pure evil. And witches, if you're living with a sociopath, not only you put your life in danger, but if you have children, the life of your children as well. Because the abuse is not only towards you, your children also get abuse. So it's really important, witches, that you strive to break that relationship. And I know, witches, this is easier said than done. I am not going to get in the psychological part of your situation. I'm going to give you a spell. And hopefully with this spell, I will empower you for you to start striving to detach and break this toxic relationship. To that, I also want to add sociopathic narcissists are dangerous. So make sure that you don't rely just on magic to get out of that situation. And I know, again, this is easier said than done. Please make sure that you look for some professional help. Before I go into the spell, there are a few things that I want to discuss with you because they are important. Which is, understand that you feed that sociopath in your home. Your actions feed that energy. He does something, you react, your reaction feeds him. And the whole toxic cycle continues. Make sure that you understand that the way you react towards what he tells you fits him. And listen, if you're watching this video, I am speaking from a woman's perspective. I'm a woman, so I speak from my perspective. But that's not to say that all the sociopaths out there and all the narcissistic people out there are men. And that is not to say that this video today is only for girls. This is going to be for anybody that has a narcissistic person abusing. This is for anybody. If you have a narcissistic or sociopath person affecting you, this is for you. So which you have to vibrate higher. You have to focus and always vibrate higher. There's many things that you can do to do that. This is why I suggest for you to get some professional help. And if this is something that you cannot do, there's a lot of help available in YouTube, which is there's great channels. And I'm going to put some of those channels in the description of this video. But it's something that you need to have into consideration. Number 2, which is the universe does not understand words. The universe is not looking at you. It's not like a big figure up there, big eye looking at what you're doing. The universe understands energy. So if you vibrate low, you get more of that. So please understand that when we talk to the universe, when we want to send the universe messages, like for example, when we do a spell, we send in messages to the universe. We have to vibrate at the level of the message that we want to send, right? From a victim perspective, we cannot be sending a message to the universe. All right. So make sure that you empower yourself and you understand that you have what it takes to do what you got to do. Don't doubt it, which is you have it. Don't think all the thoughts that this sociopath has put in your head. And I understand this is a lot easier said than done. Healing part of all this is really up the hill and it's long. But I'm here to tell you that you have what it takes to take over your life. Okay? The next 2 things that I'm going to tell you, which is are really crazy, okay? But I want to tell you these things because I want you to know that you're not crazy. So if you experience this, or if you have experienced this already, WhiteRaven is here to validate you. This is 100% legit. Sociopath and narcissistic people, they walk with the shadow. I can tell you that you will physically, perhaps, have already seen shadows walking with this person, or you may even see shadows walking with this person. And if you have kids with this person, your kids may have seen the shadow figures. 100%, which is, I've seen them with my own eyes. You could experience something like that because they do walk with the shadow. 100%. The last thing, which is, if you end up breaking up this toxic relationship with a sociopath or with a narcissistic person, you will experience sort of like poltergeist. Weird stuff is going to happen. I'm telling you. And the more you stay with this person, the more they leave a trail. It's like roots that they leave behind. And it takes time for that to disappear. So it's going to feel like poltergeist. You're going to see things, feel things, dream things, have visions. Weird stuff is going to happen in your house. Listen, which is, I wish I can talk to you more about my personal experiences, but too many people is involved and I cannot do that. But trust me when I tell you what I'm telling you, because I have my own personal experience dealing with these situations. This is one of the reasons I'm a witch. This is how I discover witchcraft. This is how I discover the way in which I am powerful as a witch. And this is why this channel is here. And this is why I always share hexes with you. Because witches, sometimes magic is the only thing that we have to start climbing back up. All right? So, having said all that, make sure that if you do this spell, you're justified. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but based on the many of the emails that I get from you guys and from people that writes to me, I still see that many of the people that watches this channel do not get me. Do not get me when I say you must be justified when you're doing this type of magic, because you can make your life so much worse if you are being petty with magic. I don't even know how else to explain this. I have explained myself so many times. I have warned you so many times in every single video. But if you're living right now with a narcissistic person, or worse, with a sociopath, which that's a dangerous situation, this spell is for you. So without further ado, let's get into the spell. All right, witches. So this is a hex. We are going to punish. We're going to annihilate a sociopath, a narcissistic evil doer that is abusing us and making us feel less than the dirt that he's stepping on. And the purpose of this hex, witches, is for you to scramble that sociopath's brain in such way that he's going to be so desperate with his own thought, with the lack of control of his mind that he's not going to have any time to bug you anymore. He's not going to have any time to abuse you. He's going to be too preoccupied with his brain. So much so that you are going to have an open door, which is to start working your way out. So what do we need? First, I want to say that I'm not doing this for anybody. Everything that you see over here is for the purpose of teaching this hex. The most important thing that you're going to have, which is a link to the evildoer. You need a tag log, something that represents this evil person that is abusing you. This has to be extremely personal. So you're going to need either a piece of his underwear, especially if it's soiled, right? If it's dirty. You're going to need a piece of his socks, especially if they are used. Or you're going to need hair. Now, I understand that many men out there nowadays love to be bold. Fine. Just fine. Just make sure that you get something. Then in that case, you can use pubic hairs if you find pubic hairs in your bathtub, or you can get beard hair if the person has a beard. But if you have hairs from his brush, use some of his hair. You're going to burn it and you're going to make it ashes. In this case, this is a piece of fabric. It's going to be like charred like that. That's exactly what you're going to do. Make sure that whatever it is, whatever tag log that you use for the person has to be direct, okay, from the person. You burn it and you keep the ashes. You're going to need a piece of brown paper and a pencil, all right? Obviously, you're going to need matches or a lighter, whichever you prefer. We're going to use a jar, which is... Make sure it's discreet. If you have a baby food jar, but a jar that you're not going to use it ever again, okay? All right, which is you're going to need apple cider vinegar. I simmered this one with garlic. So it's a mix of apple cider and garlic. Garlic has a lot of sulfur. This is why I chose garlic. So garlic and apple cider vinegar. You're going to need a black candle. You're going to need chili flakes. You're going to need cayenne pepper. Very important, probably one of the most important ingredients in this spell, poppy seeds. If you have it, confusion oil, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to burn to ashes whatever it is that you're using as a tag log of your target. And then you're going to grab your paper, and we're going to write in this paper 9 times the name of this narcissistic evil person. Grab your ashes, put them inside that paper, fold it. There you go. Grab your jar, put the paper in there, and let's add all of our ingredients. Now, witches, understand what we're doing. Visualize what you're doing. This is what you're creating. You're going to scramble this sociopath's brain. Get it out of you and put it in here, witches. Do not think that what you're doing is not going to work. No, this is going to work. Trust me, it's going to work. First of all, let's add our chili flakes. Next, let's add our cayenne pepper. Careful with cayenne pepper. It's very irritant for your eyes and your nose. Last, this is one of the most amazing ingredients for you to confuse and mess somebody's mind. Poppy seeds. Beautiful. Grab your vinegar, witches. Let's put it in here, little by little. Beautiful. Evil people. No mercy. No mercy, witches. Nobody has the right to abuse you. Nobody has the right to humiliate you. Nobody, witches. Nobody has the right to abuse your children. This relationship needs to be done, and this is exactly what you're doing. You're being proactive. You are protecting and defending yourself. This is what we're doing right here. Fill it up. Listen, nothing bad is going to happen to you, witches. There's not going to be a devil coming out from under your bed and grab you at night. You're not going to go to hell. The most important thing, which is that you are careful with what you're doing to make sure you don't get caught, especially if you live with a violent person. Beautiful. Once you have that jar filled up with your vinegar, we are going to close it. Grab your candle, witches. Now in this candle, you are going to inscribe the name of the evildoer 9 times. From the bottom to the top. Perfect. Once you're done inscribing the name of the person in your candle, then you can put some confusion oil on it. If you do not have confusion oil, what you can do is just put any mineral oil, witches, or castor oil, and then roll it on poppy seeds, okay? You can do that as well, okay? You don't have to put a lot, just a little bit. All right, witches, we're gonna grab our jar and let's light our candle. And this is it, witches. I am not telling you to do any specific chant, but it's extremely important that you get it out of you and now you put it into here. Remember, the universe does not understand words. The universe understands your energy. So make sure that you take it out of you and you put it into here. Do you understand? So I need you to visualize what you're doing. I need you with your energy. You're going to tell the universe exactly what it is that you need to happen. Get it out of you and put it into here. And while this candle is burning, that is exactly what you're thinking. Feel it. Put it in here. Let all this melt. Now hear me out, witches. Once this candle is completely consumed, this is what I suggest. If you are able to keep this bottle somewhere safe for you specifically, because you don't want this narcissistic evildoer sociopath to find this and you getting in trouble. But if you're able to keep it around somewhere safe, keep it around somewhere safe. And you can repeat this as much as you need to repeat it and shake it. Every time you need the brain scrambled, shake it. All these sociopath people like to live a lot and they like to go out at night. They're unfaithful, they're evil, they're nasty. Take advantage of that time. That's exactly when you're going to be working him. Let him go. Let him stay out the night. That's exactly when you're going to work him. If you cannot do that, witches, then bury this. You can bury this in your home. If you actually live with this person, you can bury it in the backyard. All right? Just make sure that you're safe wherever it is and however it is that you dispose of this. Make sure that you are safe. If you're able to keep it, great. If you cannot keep it, then bury it away. You can definitely repeat this enchantment as many times as you need. Witches, I wish you the best. You can do this. There you go, witches. It breaks my heart, and a piece of my heart is in here. And honestly, I just wish so much that I could talk so much more with you. But I can't tell you this for certain. Okay? And take my word for it. You got what it takes. 100% you got what it takes. This is mind over matter. You have to focus and you have to be very obsessed with this task that you have at hand. When you finish this spell, take a bath, use salt, just regular salt. If you have chamomile at home, if you have honey at home, if you have lavender oil at home, just make sure that you put some salt and then you also add a calming element. Like chamomile, lavender, you can put some honey, roses. Just make sure that you do both. Because I need you to raise all this energy, right? And this pain, all this pain, I need you to have it in your skin, like right here. Right? And you're going to put it in your magical workings. And then after that, you need to release it. Just be done. And start planning on how to vibrate higher. So how do you do that? Elevate the energy in your home by playing music. Put some salt around your home so you can protect. If you're able to get any type of Florida water, do that. And again, do all this when the person is not with you. Understand that your reaction feeds this sociopath. And witches, if you are in danger, please seek help. Some of these sociopaths, they can end you. So please be so careful. Please. Try to elevate your spirit. Try to elevate your vibration. Be aware of the things that you could see at home. But also understand you are greater and more powerful than them. Know this, witches. I promise you. In the description of the video, I'm going to put a prayer that I have recited since I became a witch. And I love it a lot. I'm going to put it in the description of the video, which is, if you are the victim of a sociopath, of a narcissistic husband, my heart is with you 100%. You are the reason why I started this channel. I share curses in here for people like you because I understand the need that you have to defend and protect not only yourself, but many times the life of your children, the life of your loved ones. Knowledge is power, which you need to learn. There was a time in which there was no social media. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook. There was nothing. And many people that is in your situation endure this without any information. I am so glad that I am here today sharing this with you. And I wish from the bottom of my heart that you take it, that you use it, and you get away from this toxic relationship, and you get to punish this evil doer. So much so, he will never mess with you again. Blessings to you, witch. Thank you so very much for being here with me yet another Monday. I am very happy to be here every Monday and sharing these things with you. If you have any question pertaining to magic, you can email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, keep your messages short. Be precise, and I'll be happy to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. Also, witches, go visit my website, WhiteRaven and witcheslayer.com. I have a lot of awesome stuff in there for you. I'm creating this love bath salts that are so pretty that I can't wait to share this with you. And also, witches, go say hi to me on Facebook, WhiteRaven and Witcheslayer. Other than that, witches, it is always awesome talking to you. I'm always happy to be here. Remember to learn as much as you can. Go to the library if you can and study, learn about all these toxic relationships, narcissistic people, learn about magic, learn about empower yourself. How can you vibrate higher? Empower yourself. Keep your mind as positive as you can. Remember, the universe does not understand words. The universe understands your energy. Be smart, witches. Knowledge is power. But above all, with all that knowledge, you must stay so very wicked. I love you, witches. Bye.